I'm working a model of a Queen Anne Lowboy or a console, and I made this piece more than 40 years ago in cherry, and I'm currently refinishing it, but that was before SketchUp. So I wanted to create this model of the piece that I actually built. And you can see here that I've got the model underway, and there were several things here that in modeling this piece I found extremely difficult. I want to show you one of those areas that was tough to do. This piece is in the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. It's about a 1740s Queen Anne piece, and I found it in a book by Lester Margon, Masterpieces of American Furniture, and this was his drawing of that piece, and you can see here that I've sketched over it to get the sizes of the components, the legs and the aprons and so on. Now, the most difficult area that I found in doing this modeling was this Queen Anne, this leg. And there's some subtle differences about this leg. Actually, the front legs and the back legs are two different designs. I think you can probably see that from the side view here. This back leg has a wider upper portion here than here, and the knee block is all different. The shape of that piece is of the back leg is very different from the front leg. So that is a change. But these knee blocks are unusual, and notice that there's a curvature right here in the shaping of this leg. This is flat at this point, and then the curvature starts down here. So when I started to make the intersection to make that leg, it wasn't as easy because of this curvature right up here at the top. So I'll go through how I eventually did this. And the first thing I'll do is just copy this front leg face here that I've shaped over the drawing, and it is full size. And I'll bring a copy of that shape over here. Let me change camera to perspective here. Now, I found that I had to remove that curved section there to start this. And so I'm going to see if I can just I'm going to Control X that, delete it, and close the group, and I'm just going to paste that over here because I'm going to use it later. I'll just put it over here on the red axis. But now I can go ahead and do the normal kind of modeling here on a leg like this. edit the group and give it some depth, and then copy that group out here and rotate it 90 degrees. And then bring the two together here. And both of these are solid groups, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the solid tools. And I'm going to split it, so I'll click on that one and then click on that one. And now I can delete the waste and end up with the leg. I don't like all these extra lines in here, so I'm going to smooth those out. I got to edit the group, hold down the control key while using the eraser. Get rid of these things. There's another one there. Bunch of them over here. Couple of them back here. Okay. Now it's pretty clean. But now I've got a straight line right here, which is not what is in the original piece. And this is where I need the this to put this line back in there, this curved line. And I'm gonna just copy that, copy that selected line, then open this edit group, and then edit paste, and here's that line, and I want to put that back where it's supposed to be, which is connected right there. Now, you can't see that very well. I'm going to turn on X-ray. Now you can see inside where that should be. And then I know that this flat area extends down to that arc. So now I've got a flat in there that's down where it's supposed to be, but I need the curvature from this point. Then I'm going to select the arc tool and draw an arc down to here, a new shape, and I'll just stop it about like that. And I'm going to need a line across there so I can remake this. This face is now waist. I have to make another curvature at that new location. So this face can be deleted. And these lines, let me see, turn off, yeah. All these, this edge here, let me get the eraser. I gotta get rid of this. There it is. But now I have, and I can get rid of this straight line here. Now you can see I've got a big hole, big gap, But that's the way that shape needs to be. And how do I get that shape, that face back in there? I'm going to use a add-on here. I go to Tools, and I've got Fredo 6 Collection Curviloft, and I use Skin Contours. And the first thing I need to do is select the boundary of this new face. I'm just clicking on these edges that are the boundaries, and it didn't quite go all the way up here, so I need to click again up here. That closes. Now I've got it bounded, and it says click to validate the contours, and now it's skinning, and I can click there and it draws in that thing, and I click on this little check mark to finish and generate geometry, and I've got the new face. And I can get rid of this. I smooth out this. Oops. Oh, and that tool makes that new face a group. I'm going to explode that group. I don't want that to be a separate group. So there it is. Now I've got the right shaping, and I have to do that to the other half of the other face. Do that same operation on the other side, but I want to show also how to make that knee block, and I will edit this group and draw in where the knee block is going to go. It's going to go here, right in this. This is the knee block area, right there. So I want to select the boundary of that knee block. There, those three edges are what I need in that face, and I'm going to copy that thing because I want to paste it outside of that group, because the knee block is a separate component from the leg. So now I can, let me just edit, paste in place. Yeah, there it is. Now it's outside of the leg component. I've pasted it in place, but I'm going to pull it out away from the leg. And that's part of the knee block. The other part of the knee block, I have this shape, the front facing shape, right here. And let me copy that shape over here, and this will connect to that right there. So I've got the two shapes, but I want them all to be in the same group. So I'm going to explode that, and this is already exploded, so I'm going to select all that and make it a group. Or I should have made it just a component, but just for now I'll make it the group and edit the group. And I need to hit the control key to bring this face out. And then I need to hit that control key again and bring that face out that way. And select everything and run intersect faces with selection, and take the eraser tool and knock out all the waste here. Now I gotta remember what's real and what's waste. So this is waste here, and that's waste, and that line is waste, and right there is the knee block. That knee block connects to that leg after it's installed. You glue it in there, and that makes the Queen Anne Cabriole leg with this odd shaped knee.